Hey, hey, hey. It is the day, not the day we find out who's the baby daddy, but it's the day we get to talk to one of my favorite artists in the city of Detroit. I don't know who's watching, but I'm glad if you are. If you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure you do. Make sure that you share. Make sure that you tell another person to tell another person because we are vibing in the D with Lele.
You are now tuned in to Vibin in the D with Lele, the podcast dedicated to the creatives of Detroit. Now let's get into this vibe session.
What's up? What's up, people? I'm excited. Let me tell you about this. I'm excited because the artist that I'm about to bring on, she got all my votes. I don't care what she run for. You know, I don't care what she got all my votes. Okay, she talented. She is spectacular. She's smooth. She just an all around talented person. I mean, she's singer, songwriter, producer. She probably do 55 other things, but we're gonna find out about what other things she got going on. And without further ado, please give a warm welcome to I'll Exist. What's up?
Yo, what it
What it
is,
do?
what's
What it
up,
do?
where it's at, where it be.
Ooh, so smooth, aren't you?
That's what they
How are
say.
you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well.
That's
Taking it
what's up.
easy, taking it easy.
Hey, you got to.
Trying.
You got to. We don't know what's going on around these parts.
Stress. Can't let it in.
I just, like you said, I turned everything off. I said I don't want to hear no more. Just,
Nope.
hit me up when the baby daddy results come in.
Okay.
Okay,
No.
when the real results come in. Now, I know, maybe we need to double check, but the real
Yeah.
stuff.
I don't care. I don't care about nothing right now. I don't want to see no more numbers. I wanna see who it is. That's
Exactly.
it.
Just
That's it.
let it be.
I'm tired.
What's up? God damn it with Cheese TV.
Yay! Lit it in the fire.
Yeah. So what's been going on with you? What you been doing? We didn't this year. Okay,
Yeah.
this year has been. Wait a minute. God damn it! With Cheese said we truly appreciate you for a hot ass theme song, which it is.
Hey, West Side. That's what's
It
up.
is
I
hot.
appreciate
It is
y'all.
for sure. This year we started off thinking it was gonna be all right, right?
Mm.
And then all of a sudden it was boom, bippity, bap, bow. And then we got
Mm-hmm.
stuck in the house. Big Gretch was like, sit your ass in the house and,
Period.
and put your mask on,
Yup.
And things have changed, A
Yeah.
lot of things have changed, especially for you all in the artist community.
Woo.
You know,
It's true.
a whole shift.
You know what? And I've been using this time, I would say, wisely and productively. It's been a time for rest. It's been a time to recap, to rethink, to do a lot of like self reflection. And I would say, like, I've learned a lot in this time that we've been inside, and really just turned this negative into a positive without
Hmm.
being positive. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And for the COVID, but yeah. So we've been in
So,
this time. I got together with a couple friends, and we were just recapping. Because we haven't been able to see each other, and we were zooming, on Zoom call, and we came up with an idea to do a Juneteenth festival.
okay.
Um, and we were working on it all throughout quarantine. And recently we went to Dallas to pitch for a grant. We got it. Um,
Oh,
in the
aha.
insurance. So yeah, it's such a great time. Like, we are so excited, and now like the ball is rolling, because once you get one, you can get more. So we're going for as big as we can get,
That's
and
what's
we are
up.
excited. So
Congratulations.
next June 19th, be an expectation of it going down here in Detroit. So
That's what's
excited.
up.
Yeah, and doing a lot of artist stuff, really rethinking of how I want to show up in this industry. and just been talking with my manager a lot, and we're just rethinking a lot of things, and a lot of good stuff is coming, um, from I'll Exist. So stay tuned in.
That's what's up. Tell
Mhm.
us about the name I'll Exist.
Yeah.
What some people say I'll exist,
Yeah.
but it's I'll exist. You
Mhm.
tell them what it's
Mhm.
about there.
It's true. I go by a lot of different nicknames, but yeah, I'll exist is how I pronounce it. And yeah, so actually it started when I was 16, and my father, my uncle, my uncles, they used to rap all the time. I grew up with them rapping, and my father asked me to hop on a hook. So he always knew I wanted to sing. This is something I always said since I was 5. And he asked me to hop on a hook one time because they was listening to this track, and it was like, we can't think of a hook. We can't think of a hook. And it calmed me down. And I listened to the track one time, and I was like, all right, I got it. Play it over again. And he played it back, and I had a hook for him. And it was like, oh, yo, this song crazy. This song crazy. So they hit me up with the producer and me, well, also known as Walt Dollar, who I stayed with. I had a duo group with him titled New Soul, and we did about 3 projects together. And so but before that, like my uncle, my dad, they was going crazy. It was like, yo, we gotta come up with a stage name for it. What's gonna be? And it was like going back and forth. And my uncle was like, I'll exist. And we was like, yo, that junk kind of, it's kind of cool. But we didn't go with it. But I came back to it years later, probably like 4 or 5 years later, and I realized, like, yeah, like it represented everything that I am. And I used to deal heavily with depression,
Mhm.
and had suicidal thoughts,
Wow.
and just a lot of low self-esteem and value and all of that, and overcoming all of those things um made me realize, like, I deserve to show up in any space that I'm in. I deserve to be here, and spreading that message of light towards everyone about existing, and being in existence, because even like science says that energy is neither created nor destroyed. Like, you were always here, and you were always meant to be here, and the time that you showed up is the exact time that you were meant to be. And so yeah, it's just like showing up in this, and proclaiming that with the name I'll Exist.
I love that. I love it. That's
Thank
what's
you.
up.
Thank
That
you.
is what's up. So Jervis Canty, Angela Davis, they
Yo,
said, hey, hey, what's up?
hey, what
Yeah,
it is,
that is
what
that
it
is
is.
absolutely awesome. You're amazing though. Angela Davis said the amazing I'll exist. And I have to agree with that. You are amazing. You're very talented. And it's just like, let's just talk about the theme song for this podcast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I didn't have to tell you a whole bunch, and I never do. I tell you a few little details, like this is what I'm looking for, and I kind of want this kind of groove or whatever, and boom! It's never been an instance where I'm like, well, maybe I don't know. It ain't never been like that.
Yeah,
You created a song for Jervis Canty for his play.
yeah,
I remember when he first heard it, he was just outdone.
yeah,
Just like you dope. Yes, she's dope. And I just, we gotta hear the whole theme song to Vibing in the D.
yes.
I'm so serious because I wanted something that that would resonate with me
Mm.
first and foremost, because I do this for myself, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's actually catchy. It's real catchy. So I'm gonna play that. It's one of my little favorites here. And
Hey.
oh my goodness. So let's do this. This is the theme song to Vibing in the D with Lele. And this is by I'll Exist.
Turn up.
Having in the D with me, talking to the guy with the Detroit City. Having in the D with me.
With Lele. Man, let me tell I remember you said send me you saying your name or whatever, and then
Oh yeah, yeah.
you put that together. I mean, and you put it together in a very nice amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
You're very punctual,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like I want all my themes.
Ah, yes.
Look it up. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's I really appreciate that. And
Listen, I
I love
appreciate
playing
you.
it. Sometimes I just play it. I ain't vibing with nothing. I might be washing dishes and I play it.
Enjoyed it. Yeah. Listen, I appreciate you reaching out.
Yeah,
You've reached out to me since.
yeah.
And yeah, no, it's beautiful. I'm thankful and grateful, to be able to create, that for you and for others. Like, we listen to music all the time and we
You
want what we
know it.
want. You know what I'm saying? Music, it shapes the entire world around us. You know what I'm
It
saying?
does.
So it's important. It's just important.
For
So
sure. Oh, I'm gonna
yeah.
play "Goddamn It" with Cheese too. I'm definitely gonna play that.
Hey.
And Angela Davis said, "I need my theme song too."
Yes, 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 yes. Listen, I'm
Yeah,
here
she
for
is
it.
a masterpiece for real. I just, tell us about Seda before we even get into your first project and then your second project. Tell us about Seda Part One because you did that twice.
I did, yo, say that. So, it came to me in a thought, that I just believe was the Lord speaking to me. And it was like, cause I love YouTube. I love watching YouTube. Like it's the jam for me. And so, occasionally, YouTubers do this thing called Veda, which is vlog every day in April.
Right.
And the thought came to me so swift, so smooth, like doo doo. It was like, yo, you should write a song every day in April and call it Seda. And I was like, skirt, hold up. Let me think about this, because at the time, I can write about, if I'm really in it, three to four songs a week, and so I was like, yo, I think I could actually do that. So the first time around, I think I did 5 days. I did Monday through Friday. Um, and yeah, it was like, yeah, I want to create a challenge to where songwriters can shine. It doesn't have to be like I do to the absolute most, because that's just I'm just the absolute most of a person. So I'm like, yo, not only am I create a song, but I'm also gonna produce a track. I'm also gonna mix it, and then I'm gonna create a lyric video so that everybody can follow along, and then I'm gonna post it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Right.
I'm like the absolute most, and I'm like, I tell people all the time, I'm like, you don't have to follow it to the way I do it. But there are songwriters who hit me up and show me like, yo, I'm not posting or nothing, but I am following along with this challenge with you. And so it's just I really hope that it continues to grow. And that people start posting, and like I think it's dope. But yeah, just doing this challenge, and it challenges me, because I'm a songwriter at heart first and foremost. I started as a poet, and then it went to rapping, and then it went to singing, and so I love all the terms of like writing and creating. And so it's like, yeah, I want to create a challenge where I was challenged, and I can, just, show myself that I can do something, as explicit as like now I did it 6 days a week, this year,
Right.
and I was like, yeah, I want to see how much I can do. I want to continue to push myself and thrive and be better.
So from the first Seda and the second Seda, what did you learn that
Hmm.
helped the second one be, a little more cohesive?
Yeah, that's a good question. I learned that I need to prep. I definitely have more tracks prepped this time. Like even just quick like melody ideas. Like going into it like maybe a week before it started. I started, anything that if I had a melody in my head, like let's voice record that real quick. If I have, so I can just go back through stuff. If I have a line that comes to my head, let me just put this in, right? If I have an idea, and so I prepped myself to where I would have at least 3 days ahead of the
Okay.
day that it was posted. So I would be like, okay, if I post today, I'm already working on the song that's tomorrow. So that like I'm not even like stressed about like, oh, I need to meet this deadline of a time, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, just more efficient working, and plus we at the time, you know, we was already quarantined up, you know, and
Right.
at the crib with it. So it was
What was
like
we do it again?
you know what I'm saying? We was in the crib with it at home. Keep it. I do the Heisman on them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we was real close and kept to ourselves. So yeah, it wasn't luckily I didn't have like life going on this time, so I could dive in a little bit deeper, be a little bit more intimate in my songs. But yeah, it was definitely just more efficient this
That's
time
what's up.
around.
Jeremy says she killed my song for when loving you is hurting me.
Hey, yo, shout out to Jervis. That was such a great experience. I went to a restaurant, real life. I went to a restaurant, and be like a couple weeks ago, and the waitress, she looked so mad familiar to me. People always say that I look familiar. I think I have a familiar face. I don't know, dog. I just show up, and you know what I'm saying. Like I just be like,
Right.
yeah, you probably see me. I don't know, and you know, and me and this waitress are trying to figure each other out this entire time. And finally, when I'm paying the bill, she was like, yo, you are an artist. I'm like, facts. She's like, you performed at a play. I was like, what? That's not what I was expecting you to say. That's crazy. She was like,
Somebody's famous.
she was like, yes. She was like, you sung at a play. And she was like, she knew somebody in the play. And she was like, yeah, it was you. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. But it was. Yes, it was that time.
Wow. See, look at
And we
that.
linked. Yeah, she's an artist too. We linked up, and yeah, like,
That's what's
so shout
up.
out to you, Jervis. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of When Loving You Is Hurting Me.
Yes.
One of the most like funnest things I've done, honestly.
That's what's up. And Angela Davis wants to know who influences I'll exist.
Yo, that's mad real. Um, so like artist wise, I would say Alicia Keys is a mad influence on me. Mary J. Blige is a mad influence. Frank Ocean is a mad influence. Erica Badu. Um, and honestly, like on a regular day to day, people are so influential to me, and they don't really know. I'm such an observer, and like I love the people watch. It's my thing. You feel what I'm saying? And you know,
Yeah, I love that
uh,
too.
so it's like watching how people interact with people, is so inspirational to me and influent. Like it just does something to my insides, and yeah, I gain a lot of like the sounds that I use, and like it comes from watching people. It comes from different environments. But music wise, yeah, Alicia Keys, Frank Ocean, Mary J. Blige, um, what's my girl name? Angie Stone is a big influence.
Hmm.
Um, Marvin Gaye is a big influence. Michael Jackson is what got me into all of this in the first place. You know, there's so many artists, like
Mike,
different artists
Mike.
that fly by, you know,
Yeah.
at any time of the day. I'm inspired by it. I try to listen to like new albums, like at least three new albums a month,
Hmm.
just to see if I can replicate. Like right now I'm listening to an artist named Mereba or Mariba, Mereba, super cold, super dope artist. Also listening to an artist um named Doe. She's
Hmm.
super dope. Um, and yeah, I like to listen to albums. Like yeah, I love listening to new artists and replicating sounds.
That's
It's
up.
a banger for me.
Well, you be banging them out. You be doing the damn thing. I'm serious.
Listen, we trying. We out here in these
Hey,
streets.
throw the word try out the window. You did it. Okay.
So,
So Seda, the first one,
yeah,
Pretty Girl was on there.
facts. Back to it. Yes, it was. Yes, it
I
was. It was.
love that. Like immediately when I first heard it, I was like, I mean, from the first melody, the first note, I was
Mhm.
like, oh, it just grabbed me. And
Yeah.
then the lyrics grabbed me, and it was just so relatable.
Yeah.
I love that. And you recently came out with a video for it.
I did. I have. It's out there
We're gonna
on the
watch.
webs.
We're gonna watch
Yes.
that. We're gonna play that right now. Okay, we're gonna do that because everybody needs to see it. Let's see here. And you guys can see this on Instagram, on her Instagram page, which is
Yes.
AL underscore exists on Instagram. I hope everybody can hear. Don't tell me that I'm pretty when you never look my way. I peep the way you treat the girls that make you do it through taking. I know it's more than that. I know I'm more than that. My mama tells me so. The only one who knows. I wish I was a pretty girl, a girl that belonged in your world. Your type, you like the features of mine. So you like. I wish I was a pretty girl, a girl that belonged in your world. Your type that you like, the features of mine. So you like. I wish I was a pretty girl, pretty girl. You don't look me in my eyes, you always look around at you. Scared of what you'd find, I guess I never know. No. I know it's more than that, I know I'm more than that. My mama tells me so, the only one who knows. I wish I was a pretty girl, the girl that belonged in your world. Your type, you like the features of mine. So you like. I wish I was a pretty girl, the girl that belonged in your world. Your type that you like the features of mine. So you like. Wish I was a pretty girl. Look in the mirror like who's that? I'm too whack, too fat, too black, and not fat enough, and not black enough. Acne acting up. Me and my body keep going at it like World War III. Ain't no friend of my own foe. No X or O's, only those are the tic-tac-toe game. I do when I go back and forth for my own frame. They picture perfect, but I know God ain't bless you with no curses. Maybe I just need to dig to find what all my worth is. Maybe I am pretty, maybe my vision just blurry. Cause all I see on the telly is those of plastic surgery. I wish I was a girl that could see my beauty is worthy. Like, ooh. I wish I was a pretty girl. The girl that belonged in your world. Your type, you like the features of mine. So you like. I wish I was a pretty girl. The girl that belonged in your world. Your type that you like the features of mine. So you like. I know that I'm a pretty girl, the girl that belongs in my world. My type that I like, features of mine, is all I like. I know that I'm a pretty girl, girl that belongs in my world. My type that I like, features of mine, is all I like. Hey.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. So that video was shot by the other company that I own, As in Heaven. So we also do videography, and so we're working on branding that into a thing. But yeah, so I always have a camera in my hand now. It's like it's something I always wanted to do since I was like a youngin, a super youngin, and yeah, now I'm able to do it. So it's been super lit. And I was at Dabbles, African Bee Gallery. Shout out to Dabbles for allowing us to shoot there. and allow me to climb on that. That junk that'll be shown in the behind the scenes how I got up on that. But yeah, super lit, super fun video, super fun
Yeah,
time.
I like how you and oh, shout out to Lachelle. She said she was digging it too earlier.
Hey, shout out
I
to you,
missed that.
Lachelle. Appreciate
So
that.
that song you started with "I Wish I Was a Pretty Girl" to "I
Hmm.
Know That I'm a Pretty Girl."
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Tell me
yeah.
about that.
Yeah, it's so funny when you said like it was relatable. I remember when I put that out on Seda, and I was like, "Yo, nobody about to dig this right now," because Lizzo had just came out,
You're crazy.
and and it was like, and it is like heavy self, positivity and like self love, and I feel that because I'm with that as well. But I know that like I used to walk into rooms like comparing myself to every chick that's there. You know what I'm saying? She out here killing it with these heels, dog. I ain't never gonna wear no heels not no night out, dog. I got these
Right,
fresh sneaks on though. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It'd be stuff like that. But yeah, so I just always didn't feel pretty. You feel what I'm saying? And or like able to show up in a space and be like, oh yeah, I'm beautiful or whatever, even if it was just like myself. And so like that song is just like an expression of the thoughts that I've had. And just from the first verse to the second verse, just always feeling insecure in some sort of way. But also like by the time you get to the rap, it's like, yeah, maybe I am pretty, maybe my vision just blurry, because all I see on the telly is those of plastic surgery. So all I see is that which has been modified, that's what's been photoshopped, that's what's been edited. Like there's not real woman being shown, but I look at the real women next to me and they're beautiful. And realizing that within myself is like, yo, I too am beautiful. So going to that last verse, like, and stating, I know that I'm a pretty girl, like beyond me wishing for it, like I know that it's actual factual, that I've already have what I'm asking for. So
That's what's up.
yeah.
Message.
Message. Yes.
Oh man, so
It's
how do
so
you get
sensitive.
into your zone? How do you get into your zone? Like you just are creative as hell.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I've always been creative. Like it's how I learn. It's how I take in information. And I had to learn that because, dog, I remember one time I was my science teacher was cussing me out. It was third grade, and my science teacher cussed me out because I was drawing while she was like teaching,
Mm.
and she didn't understand that that's how I retain information, is like by drawing. So I got my notes here, but I'm also on the side scribbling and making different things. It's because like me being creative helps me to attain like the information that you're saying. And so it's the way that I process life. Like I process life in metaphors. And it's like being able to express that. Like me, I'm constantly in some sort of like daydream, and I've learned to like finesse that. You got to do adult things can't always be daydreaming, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
yeah, I've learned to live in my daydream. You feel what I'm saying? And it's something I've always like. By the time I was 16, I told my mom, I was like, listen, I need you to understand that I would rather be homeless than work in a factory like my father. And I told her I had to have a serious
Real.
talk with her because I was like, I want you to know that I'm gonna take music seriously, and I'm gonna work at it as my plan A, so that in my plan B, my plan C, like the last plan that I have is to work a regular job. And she's been supportive ever since. And
That's
so my zone is just it's just always there. I'm like ready to tap into it, at any time, because that's just how I live. It's true to me. It's true to self.
right. Wow. That's dope. That's dope. And you know what else is dope?
What?
So started this collab channel with my friend, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, we were trying to figure out a theme song. We were just going back and forth, and we were messing around with some beats I made, and Nis really liked the beat that I sent you. She really
Mm-hmm.
liked that one, and I was like, "You like that?" And she like, "Yeah, I like that." And
Facts.
I was like, "Well, maybe we could get something done with it." And I really, honest to God, I when I made those beats, I was doing make a beat a day in May.
Yes, I do remember seeing that. Yes.
And
Lit.
just messing around on Garage Band, and it was therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
And so I said, "Well, I see, you never know. I send this beat to you and you turn it into a whole nother situation."
Listen. As soon as you say, he was like, if you can work with this, I was like, oh yeah, I can work with this. We out here. Let's
Man,
do it. Let's do it.
you did that. You did that. I was telling you earlier, I should not have it as my ringtone in certain situations because
Listen,
it's very strong, and it startles me every time,
strong,
but it's dope. It's dope. And
strong. It's real strong.
it's strong. But we're about to
Mm-hmm.
listen to the theme to God Damn It with Cheese TV.
They do it.
I'll exist.
They do it.
And with experience on the beat.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Experience.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
And we back in the studio. Checking out that night with Lele and Liz. If you need it, we got it. Saturday in the spot, man. If you like it, we love it. Hit the share, leave a comment. Have a question, we on it. Goddamn it, say what? Make sure you say what's up. Leave no hate, all we got is love. Every weekend, let's go. God damn it with cheese. Damn it with God damn it with cheese. God damn it with cheese. God damn it with cheese.
I love that so much. I'm serious. This said your hands and mind are touched by Jesus himself. Woo! Yes, that is.
Lord.
Every time we listen to that, we be hyped.
Yes, I'm here for it. Listen,
you did that.
I'm here for it. You did. You laid the foundation to beat the foundation. I just had to come on top.
Hey, but I told you just a few little things. Like I said before, I told you a few little things, and you put that together, the word, everything. I'm like, this child here. Can somebody get this child her own mansion with a studio and things?
Oh, please, Lord. Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
I just need a studio. We working on it.
Man, that's dope. I appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. We appreciate you for that.
I appreciate you.
Wow. So we're gonna get into another track from the second Seder.
Oh, lit.
And it was one of them. It was another one of them immediately.
Yeah.
It gave me Prince vibes.
Yes.
And it immediately just grabbed me, and I play it every day. Okay, I just
I'm
be
here for it.
I love it. So we're gonna check that out, and then we'll get into a little more conversation.
All right.
This is Silicone Lover by I Exist. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. That's what's up right there.
Sweet talk when you finally do. I think about how your mother loves me endlessly.
out. Now I sure will need sincerity, baby. Cause I can sure don't need a silicone lover. No, no, no. Silicone lover. No. Silicone lover. I can sure don't need a silicone lover.
Think about how you never answer simple questions. I think about how I really can't stay mad at you, babe. I think about years from now, will we be still together? Cause if we are, then we simply can't go on this way.
I sure don't need your sympathy, baby. If I sure you haven't figured out, now I sure will need sincerity, baby. Cause I can sure don't need a silicone lover. No, no, no. Silicone lover. No. Silicone lover. No. I can sure don't need a silicone lover. Silicone lover. No. Silicone lover.
Woo!
Lit.
Oh,
Lit.
that's fire, 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 fire. It's the falsetto for me.
Yes.
It's the music for me. It's the lyrics for
Yes.
me.
Yes.
Woo!
Yes. Yo, that's hilarious. So I put that out, and my friend hit me the same day because some like a lot of people end up hitting me about that. It's like, yo, this the jam. My friend hit me, ended up hitting me. It was like, I saw the title and thought it was about a vibrator. And I was like, I'm like, girl, chill on me.
Right.
What happened? I had downloaded this new drum pack, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, this give me all the Prince vibes. Like I'm
Oh,
about to tap into my bag, see if we can come with it. So the code never came out. It had to be put out that day. That was one of the songs that I made that day. I was inspired. I was like, oh yeah, new drums, facts. Let's see what we can do. And
man.
yeah, that's lit.
I love that. You all can hear all of those Seda tracks on YouTube. I was so geeked when you uploaded all of them. I'm like,
Yes.
what is happening right now?
Yes.
What is
Yes.
going
Yes.
on? Whoo!
Yeah.
Need a drink
This
of.
it was lit. It was lit.
It was. It was. You did the damn thing on both of those. Tell us about the light.
Mm. Yeah.
Because
Look.
when I first met you, it was and that was when I first did some stand up comedy. Actually,
Yes, it was. I was there.
you were on a Elise King show. Thank you. You were on a Elise King
Yes.
show. Jervis was there. My
Yes.
hairstylist Jaja was there, and
Yeah.
we were blown away.
Mm.
I think my friend Nikki was there too. I think we was hanging out a lot back then when we could go out in the world. And
Ooh, bring her back.
man, we was just sitting there like, excuse me, who is this? And I think at the time you wasn't nothing but 7 years old. Now I'm like,
Yes.
hi man.
I think what was that? 20, 21, 22?
I think you were 22.
Yeah, I was 22. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Wild times, man. I was there with my guitarist Chris, so I still wrote with today. That's
Uh-huh.
my OG. We met in college. and we've been tight ever since. Um, and yeah, the light. So when I did the light, it was right after I just got out the group New Soul. You can still find all of our stuff. Like our biggest song was Milk and Honey. Our biggest EP was or record was Elbow Room, sorry, Elbow Room. Um, and yeah, we did. So after that, I felt like I could produce on my own. And Walt Dollar, he did a lot of the production. And I was like, I really want to venture into doing production myself. And so the light was the first time where I was like, it was just all these song ideas. That yes, hey ya, C Jervis, hey ya, boo, yes, that's still one of the most like fan faves covers. I still
Yeah,
perform it
that
today.
was I was into that. That we was like, what?
I still do that one today. Yeah, that
I
version.
think I have that on my Instagram.
Yeah, lit is yeah. That's one of my favorite songs. Andre 3000. Yeah, he's definitely one
Main
that's
Soul,
influenced
what
me
up,
as well.
though?
Oh, maintenance in this joint was what it do. Hey, my guy, what it is. Um, yeah, like the light was like one of those records. Like I was like, yo, I got all these different song ideas in my mind. Like, what, how can I get this out? So it was literally just like me putting all these songs together, producing it, da 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 da, putting it out. Like I barely mixed the light, and you can tell the difference from the light to B. You can tell like sonically how much care was put into 2B that wasn't in the light. But I just like I wanted to show myself that I could do it. That I could put a record out that I could produce and do all the recording, everything on my own. And all the recordings are done on my iPad through GarageBand. Like I tell people every day, you don't need something fancy. You don't gotta buy stuff. Like I am about the free 99. Okay, I'm about like let's get her done and let's do it efficient, but let's do it cheap.
But you
And
know what? You know what? With the free 99,
mhm.
you gotta have the skills that you got up in your mind.
It's real life. It's real life. That's real life, real spice. You're not lying. You feel me?
Yeah.
Uh, but it's like you can. Like if I can do it, I believe it. People can do it too.
Right,
And so like everything that I created, if you go listen to my record, my most recent to be like everything is still off of GarageBand. I record through headphones, and we're working on the studio now, but that's something you just do it, don't even think about it. And that's what the light is like. We're just like,
right,
I'm not gonna think about it. I'm not gonna overthink this. I'm gonna put together the things that I have in my head. I'm gonna lay it down. I'm gonna put it out into the world, and there it is. And yeah, it's my baby. It's the first record I did. And I'm super like I listen back to it and I'll be like, yo, I could have, like did this differently and did this, but it's like I'm happy that it was just the record that I felt I needed to prove myself, that I could.
yeah. Well, you did the dang on thing. I can see the glow up in 2B,
Yeah,
but at the
yeah,
same
yeah,
time, the light is dope. The light is dope,
yeah.
and I love Poser.
Yes, that's a banger. I still perform that today.
Yeah.
Poser is lit to me. That's one of my jams.
And
That's
if
one of my
y'all want to
jams.
know what Poser, if y'all want to check that out, then you got to check out her music. You can't miss
Ah,
it. If you type in I'll Exist in
mm-hmm.
any of the digital platforms,
Preach
you're
it.
going to see that what you see on the screen right now. Just
Uh-huh.
go in there and check it out.
Yep, that's in the word. And Alexis Soljian's 5 and 16. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes, yes. I am ready for whatever you got coming. Seriously.
Hey, yo, same to you. Same to you. I
Dopeness.
tell you every
Dopeness.
time. I appreciate ever since the time we met is how hard you go for an artist in the city, and how appreciative I am, if nobody else is, of you, your platform, what you do, your grind. I'm here for it.
I
So
appreciate that very much. tell the folks whatever you want to tell them. Oh, I do want to ask you this: what is one thing that you would tell your fans? One message you would give to them?
What message I would give my fans? Oh man. Well, one thing I would say is just to people in a whole, um like I'm super into like the word, the Bible, and things of that. And one thing it teaches us is to take peace. Is something that is ours. It's something that's an inheritance to you. And the Bible speaks of peace many times. And so if you are anxious, if you are overwhelmed, know that you can literally take peace. It's something to claim. It's something to grab. And so a lot of times we want to, we're finding peace, but peace is always around. And it's about acknowledging its presence, acknowledging that it's there, and it's literally just as I can grab these clothes behind me, or just as I can grab this hat or these clothes that I can put on, you can put on peace. And so if you're stressed, if you're worried, of anything of that sort, know that you can take peace, that you can wear peace, you can grab it, it's yours. And what does it look like to be peaceful to you? That's taking it, that's grabbing it. So I just want to say that to anybody who's feeling just overwhelmed as to what is happening in the world right now, to take peace, in that peace be unto you. One, two, if I can conjoin this message,
Oh,
stay tuned into what Alex is doing. I speak of it because I have a team behind me. I'm thankful for my team. And yeah, stay tuned because I am working on new music. And I am super excited to everything, like the sounds that I'm messing with right now, and I'm super excited for everyone to hear it. I'm super excited to just continue to dive into everything that I'm trying to be. And so, yeah, stay tuned on my. I'm mostly active on my Instagram. I'm gonna try to get on Twitter. It's just a lot for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a millennial, but also it's just a lot. Like
I'm
I
trying to
can't be on
wait
it,
till
X.
our current daddy ain't on Twitter like that no more. You know.
Listen, and I hear that. Our current daddy, and I hear that, and I hear that. I too am just overwhelmed with the interwebs. But
It is overwhelming.
So find me on Instagram. That's my most used platform. But yeah, I mainly if I'm trying to be on any social platform, I'm just trying to bring light into it. Because I think that's what I was brought here to do. Is to
Right.
spread the message of light. Exactly, is spread the message of light, spread the message of love, and yeah. So keep staying tuned. Stay in tune.
We're gonna check out traveling, and then we're gonna
Hey,
travel up out of here. I like that. That's a jam too.
that is.
In the booth till the night, God, it was night till I right till it's light out. Dribbling in my mind now. One day they gon' mention me with the grades. My girl got church, they gon' own the stage. I go pass it to you, baby, go celebrate it. Yeah. I just wanna ride, I just wanna ride. Give me in the back with the music up high. They be like, ah, these two get high. Be like, nah, they be like, why? I be like, yeah. They be like, hey, I hear what you say, why you in the back, that's us, baby. Yeah, these are the fans and know the show. That's where I'm living the world. In the cool till the night, God, it was night and I right to the side out. Dribbling in my mind now. One day they gon' mention me with the grades. My girl got church, they gon' own real estate. I go pass it to you, baby, go celebrate it. Yeah. I just wanna ride, I don't wanna lie. Hands in the face, if you got in the car. They be like, I be like, blah, blah. Be like, nah. It's like, yeah. Wait, what did you say? They say never mind why you in the back. God, if it's night, then I write till it's night. Dribbling, 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 dribbling in my mind now. One day they gon' mention me with the grades. I got that church to go home in the state. I go pass a play, pass it to you, hey, we gon' celebrate, hey, hey. In the cool till I die, God, if it's night, then I write till it's night out. Dribbling, 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 dribbling in my mind now, mind now, now, now. One day they gon' mention me with the grades. I got that church to go home in the state. I go pass a play, pass it to you, hey, we gon' celebrate, hey, 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 hey.
Lit.
Yes, that's lit.
Lit like a fire.
Man, you be doing that. You be doing that. Well, I just want to say thank you so very much for coming back to Vibin in the D because you were on before. You're always welcome. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, don't lose that fire because it's lit. It's lit.
Well,
So
thank you for having me on.
you're
I
welcome.
love being here every time.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So y'all go get her music. Stay tuned. Follow her on social media, on Instagram. That's where she is at. And we'll see you next week.
Deuces.
Talking to the diamonds of Detroit City. Vibing in the D with Lele. Talking to the diamonds of Detroit City. Vibing in the D
With Lele.